Hi everybody, it's Elisa here. So today I thought maybe I will go over my Instagram DMs and answer some of your questions. Actually, I have one question here ready, but I think maybe I would just talk about this one question because there is kind of like several questions in one question. And before I start, I just want to say I know you have been sending me your DMs on Instagram, but unfortunately I can't answer all of them, and I do feel very guilty about it because to be honest, I just get very overwhelmed with questions, and I also have a lot of other like commitments and stuff to do, and very often, just answering with one sentence, like, it's not enough, and very often it would lead to even more questions and more confusion, but if I can answer your questions maybe in a video like this so more people can see it, then I think it's the best option. And also you can check out my book and my other videos, and also I have one book, like a Q&A book, so you can check out that as well. But just to go over this question, I have already opened up here on my Instagram. So maybe first I'm just gonna read the question. Hello Elisa, I just wanted to start off by saying the biggest thank you, as you have given me the motivations to start off recovering from last week, and I think I'm making good progress. So thank you so much. I'm very happy you are in recovery and making progress. I'm still very concerned though because I'm currently binge eating all the junk foods I restricted. I suffered with orthorexia, and I'm worried that my extreme hunger won't stop until I've gone over my set point weight and I end up fat and can't master the ability to eat intuitively. Also, if I do learn to eat intuitively, will I begin to want to eat more healthy foods again like I used to eat before, and will I still be okay to eat cakes and desserts without getting fat? I imagine you are very busy, and if you don't get a chance to reply, I understand, but if you do, I would appreciate it so much to keep me going. So yeah, this is the video for you, I guess, and I'm gonna take my time to answer your question because I'm sure many people are wondering about the same thing. And so in this one question, there's already like several questions, and normally I really like to talk to a person one-on-one so I can help them even better, because normally there is like I would need some background information maybe, or just have like a chat, like back and forth, to really help a person. But as most of my videos, it's kind of quite general advice that I'm gonna give. So first off, I'm already seeing that you have only been in recovery for 1 week, which is great, but still like you need way more time in recovery. And also it's very normal that within like the first weeks, the first months, like this is the hardest, and this is where all the fears and the anxieties and the biggest fears of an eating disorder, like getting fat and never ending binges and extreme hunger, like this is where it's coming up. So I just want to say like this is your eating disorder talking. This is your eating disorder fears, and just because like you have a fear or you have those kind of thoughts, it doesn't make it true. It doesn't make it like, yes, this is what's gonna happen. So you have to really start to see that all of those fears, they are your eating disorder voice, and this is the eating disorder or the diet mindset or the diet brainwash, and not to trust it, but learn to really like separate from this voice. So she, or actually he, I don't know, because this name, this name, it can be both like a guy's or girl's name, so I'm just gonna put like, I don't know, he. So he's very concerned because he's currently binge eating all the foods he restricted because he suffered from orthorexia, and this is very normal. This is something I had talked about through my story before, because I also suffered from orthorexia, and just generally like how it goes is that those foods you restricted the most, is what you're gonna very likely like binge on the most in recovery, or have extreme hunger. But also I see it as like a good thing, because like if you finally start to allow those foods, not even just for the sake of like they can provide the caloric density that your body needs to recover quicker and have the energy and everything, and also making sure that you don't restrict or compensate, but also like eating those foods you restricted that are likely gonna be like very high calorie, like energy dense foods, then also like mentally they can heal you if you really at the same time start to practice the mindset of unconditional permission to really have those foods. Because it's kind of different. For example, if I would have the extreme hunger or the binges and I'm still having the same mindset of like, oh my god, I'm binging, I'm out of control, this food is making me fat, this food is so unhealthy, I can't believe I'm eating this, I should feel so guilty and ashamed, and you know, like having the same old mindset that I had when I had orthorexia, and I did have those secret binges on those foods. Like the mindset has to change as well. Like when you're gonna have the extreme hunger in recovery, which is totally normal, and you're gonna physically allow those foods, you're gonna start to eat those foods, like the unhealthy junk food or whatever, like you really have to like relabel those foods to yourself as well, and you really have to give yourself unconditional permission that is completely different from your old diet mindset, and really have the self-talk that will say that from now on, like those foods are allowed for me for the rest of my life. Those foods are completely normal to eat. Those foods will help recover me. Those foods is what my body really wants and craves and needs right now. And you're not gonna judge it, you're not gonna feel guilty about it. You give yourself the unconditional permission. You tell yourself that you trust your body, you're following your body, and yeah, like completely changing this self-talk while you're eating those foods. So I'm just talking about it because like I see many people who are going through the extreme hunger and they feel they're binging, then yeah, like allowing it, you know, physically is one answer, but also like mentally allowing it, like changing the mindset, like completely, you know, brainwashing from the mindset of good and bad foods and healthy and unhealthy foods, and yeah, like to change this, like what's going on here as well. So it's kind of like more like holistic way of recovering, I would say, because it's, yes, it's about the food, but at the same time it's so much about the mindset as well. So he's also worried that his extreme hunger won't stop until he's gone over his set point weight, and he ends up fat and can't master the ability to eat into it. So again, like this is all fear, and this is so normal. This is what many people have. It doesn't make it the truth. It's just the eating disorder fear. And yeah, like your body will go to your set point, whatever the number gonna be. People have different shapes and sizes. This is totally normal. And even for your body to arrive to your, I don't know, the end set point, really like where it's gonna settle, like many people do have to like overshoot for a period of time, and this is something, you know, you can't control. Like only your body can decide it, only your body will go through it, and you just have to trust this process. And you really have to, you know, like also start to heal from the mindset of like there is anything wrong to be fat, or like, yeah, like to have more fat on your body or more weight on your body, or have like this bigger, curvier like body type or whatever. And this is something like you have to do the work on as well, and your body image, and just a relationship with yourself and with your body, and start to see yourself for more than just like your body, and also like start to see your life for way more than just like how you look like how your body looks like. Because yeah, like you can continue to be at war at your body, but at the end of the day, like it's just gonna delay your recovery, or it can even stop your recovery. And even let's say like when you do overshoot or get fat or whatever, like you can't do anything about it, because like you can diet, you can control your weight or whatever. Like we all can lose weight. Like I could lose weight if I would start to diet and eat less, but I'm also then gonna get the eating disorder, and I don't want that. So instead, I choose to work on my body image, work on accepting my body. And I'm just talking not even my body, but just anybody like who is fully recovered. Like they have to just completely like move away from the mindset of like need to control my body, or if I gain weight then there is like something bad and I need to control it, and I can't be happy or love myself before I have achieved like this particular weight or whatever. Like you have to set your body free. You have to set your body free to recover freely and stop suppressing your body weight. Otherwise, like you're just gonna end up sabotaging your recovery. And if you truly want to be an intuitive eater, like I have one video on my YouTube channel as well about intuitive eating, and where I particularly talk about that. Like you can never be an intuitive eater if you're still focused on your weight and on your body, and maybe controlling it or trying to even like lose weight or whatever. Because if your focus like while you're eating or when you're eating, or your decisions based on food are still somehow like based on like, is it gonna make me fat, how it's gonna affect my body, how it's gonna affect my weight, then can you see how then like the decisions around food are not based on truly your intuition or what your body truly wants, which is the like requirement for intuitive eating, but your decisions would be based on something external, like your body fat or how it's gonna affect my weight. So yeah, like for this reason, if you truly want to be an intuitive eater, like you have to let go of trying to control your body, and yeah, and really look into more of like how, you know, people who are like fat, or people who have like bigger weights and sizes and different body types that maybe not necessarily today's society accepts, but still like how they can be still healthy, how they can still be intuitive eaters, how they can still, you know, move their body or exercise in a healthy way. So it doesn't mean that they do it for weight control, but they truly do it because they enjoy it, and also for like health reasons, good reasons, and nothing to do with restriction. And for example, you can look into the Health at Every Size, the book, read the book, because then you can really like unbrainwash from the idea that your health has anything to do with your weight. Because again, like as I said, like our weight, it's like impossible to control, but like you can, you know, have many healthy habits that will help you to be healthy, you know, in your eating wise, or intuitive eating, or the body movement and everything. And also with your relationships, with your like, I don't know, like your spirituality, your mental health, your, I don't know, life goals. Like it's so much is like to do with our health, other than like just the food we put in our body, or like how much our body weighs or something. So yeah, like I think like Health at Every Size is a good place to start to look into that more. So you can even get the sense of idea what I'm talking about, because I totally understand that when you don't know anything about it and you come from the mindset of like, but I need to be some kind of weight to be healthy, otherwise like everything is ruined, I can never be healthy, then this is completely not true. And yeah, and look into the health at every size. And also I just want to quickly say that, yeah, like if you work on your like physical recovery, like letting go all restriction, and you're starting to eat the foods you really want, and also your fear foods, and also you are like eating enough at the same time, and also you are like changing your mindset to overcome the idea of like good and bad foods and healthy and unhealthy, and you really practice the true unconditional permission to eat, like giving yourself physically permission to eat, but also like mentally, like truly giving yourself permission to eat. And also to not correlate your food intake or your eating to your weight, like to completely cut that cord or cut that link between like how I'm eating and my weight, and somehow like letting, you know, your weight to like change the way you eat. And of course this will change that you can't be an intuitive eater, because like what I said earlier, to really work on like everything in recovery that I just said, then yeah, your binge eating or the extreme hunger will completely go away. This is just a temporary phase. However, of course it's gonna take time. And yeah, even being in recovery for a week is great, but just to give you, I don't know, like more realistic time frame, you know, like a year, 2 years of good recovery work. Of course not like all this like 2 years it's gonna be like the same way hard that it is in the beginning, but it's just gonna gradually get better. Yes, but just to like very realistically kind of think like how long time it takes. And yeah. And also like he's asking about if I do learn to eat intuitively, will I begin to want to eat more healthy foods again like I used to before? And yeah, for example, like just because I have unconditional permission to eat always and my mindset is like unrestrictive, it doesn't mean I want to eat all the time like, I don't know, like hamburgers and just I don't know, like candy or whatever, like even though there's nothing wrong with those foods. But exactly because I have permission to eat those foods like all the time when I want, then actually like I don't want them all the time. Just like the same, I don't want to eat apples all the time. Like sometimes I do crave them, but then I end up eating something else. And if I don't restrict something, I don't develop this unhealthy like obsession with a particular food. So yeah, like over time your eating will become, I would say, like just more like normal and balanced. So yeah. And will I still be okay to eat cakes and desserts without getting fat? So like what I said earlier, like your set point weight or your body, how it ends up being, and your body shape and size and how much fat you have on your body, like this is totally up to your body. And if you're meant to be in a bigger body, like this is natural for you, healthy for you, at the end like you're gonna be the intuitive eater and you're gonna like move your body normally and just have like a healthy normal relationship with food and with your body and movement and everything. Yeah, like this is your healthy body, this is how it's meant to be. But so it means that like yeah, you're gonna have your own particular set point weight that is unique to your body. And yeah, like then you can eat you know, desserts and like cakes and everything with unconditional permission. And the thing is that yeah, like sometimes even normal eaters, they can overeat or whatever, but just generally yeah, you're gonna have a healthy relationship with those foods, and your body can maintain your particular set point regardless. And also it's important to know that your set point weight is a set point weight range, so it can fluctuate a little bit here and there, you know, and this is totally normal. Your weight doesn't stay in a one particular number like all day every day. And also things like life changes, I don't know, stress, things like that, like you can temporarily go over your set point, or sometimes even like under your set point or something. So even this, like, it can't be perfect, but just, yeah, like this is why it's so important to work on your overall life quality and health as well, like not having, you know, like major stress from your life, like, I don't know, like working too long or not sleeping enough, and especially to pay attention to your mental health, like to just like take care of yourself. And your health goes way beyond than just like eating cakes, you know, like it's way more holistic than that. And yeah, so I don't know, like I really hope I kind of answered your question. And yeah, so yeah, like one DM is answered. Yeah, a bunch more to go, but I guess I hope this video was helpful and kind of for you viewer, even when most of you did not ask these particular questions, but I know there are many of you who are maybe wondering about the same thing. So I really hope it was helpful, and thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye.